death, dude. You know, you should love the wheelchair. But I was just like rolling around, you know, like it was just not the same thing. And when they finally they showed me get out of the wheelchair and kick it, I thought, man, if you kick this thing hard enough and break it, that was back. They didn't have a big budget, and I was like, if you break it, they can't have it. So you're gonna get out of the wheelchair. They have to write you out. So I bent that thing so good. I bent the wheel so good. But if I could have broke it, I didn't break it. So they just bent it back, and for the rest of the season, I was just like rolling around like that. Yeah, I would have kicked it harder. Yeah.
Maybe not died.
Sorry, I can't play that too well.
See, I'm not as deliberate as we think you are. What is that?
Devious.
Devious. I'm not. I don't think like that. I gotta learn more from you.
There we go. There we go.
I'm gonna call you on that.
Yeah.
Halloween. Buffy Halloween was super fun. That's the first thing I think of.
I would say kicking Angel's ass on his own show. I can't believe, most TV shows would not allow that to happen. They don't have the confidence to let that happen to their lead. But they had that confidence. Normally TV shows would not have the confidence to turn their lead into a puppet. That was a different kind of show. We do anything around here. And Angel gets his ass handed to him.
I did like our scene in the hallway for the 100th episode when you bit me, and I'm like, you bit me! Or something like, I thought you were bad or something. What was the line? Do you guys remember where I was like, I thought you were evil. I thought you were evil. It was very funny. At the time, I just thought we have such great chemistry. I feel like those characters, the chemistry of our characters were so well, antithetical to one another. So it made it more interesting and fun. And
yeah, we could have killed on the show. We got so little to do together.
We didn't do much.
I remember we did Supernatural, and like charisma, like really good actors, when you look in their eyes, they're present. You know, they're not giving you like a plan where every take is the same. So like the good actors, like charisma, they say action, you're like, oh, what's gonna happen now? I don't know what we're gonna have to do. And like, if we could have done that up front,
we would have had a lot of fun.
so great. But we got to do it.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
This is probably one of my favorite work experiences was on Supernatural. It was fun.
All right, next question. That's okay, come on in.
So was there any plot point on either Buffy or Angel that you didn't like or wish that you could go back and change?
I think that's well documented.
I recognized when they put me in season 4 that the challenge was, how do you get Spike to stop trying to kill Buffy? Because if you don't do that, obviously he can't succeed. But if you keep having him try and fail, it gets repetitive and kind of ridiculous after a while. So you have to figure out how to do that. And they decided to put a chip in my head, which meant that I, just couldn't do it. And that was funny to an extent, but I thought what would be so much better is if Spike fell in love with Buffy. Buffy, of course, doesn't fall in love with Spike. That's ridiculous. But he tried to win her heart to comedic effect or to horrifying effect. You could play that out in myriad ways. And I just thought that would be much, much better. And of course, they didn't even ask me what my yeah, that's the one thing I think that might have been. Yeah.
Somebody just cried out for you. Maybe said sorry.
Really?
I think so.
Take it. I'll take it.
All right, next question, please.
Yeah, I was just wondering if you guys remember the video game of the Vampire Sunday, that's one that's on the
Yeah.
and if you remember your all time winning.
That wasn't me. I have no idea about that. show up for it. I didn't know about it or was invited to participate in it. I didn't know that
Who else
existed.
could play Cordelia but you?
Somebody else? Did it sound like me?
Wow, we gotta go play that game. That's just the first time you've done that.
I didn't know, and I wasn't paid.
And this has never come up
Weird.
before?
Hold on, I'll be right back. Everyone I've ever met right now.
I remember thinking that I sucked. No, really, like.
Did you do it separately or together?
What do you mean? Like I
When you
did.
reported for the game?
I did all the dialogue for the game. You know, you sit down and do the dialogue.
Like you're an ADR?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It wasn't like what we did for audio.
No. It was just all in isolation.
Okay.
And the thing is like I'd come from stage and then completely switched gears to do film. Because like in stage, your face is that big, your eyes are invisible, and you have to push out expression and make it more visible so people can tell what you're thinking, basically. But if you try that on camera, it looks ridiculous. And what you're trying to do for film is try to fool yourself into having a real experience, not try to perform the experience, but just actually have an experience for real, and then they can document something honest. And so I had completely switched around for Spike. I was just trying to have a real experience. And then they want to take Spike and do a video game where I'm doing voiceover, and it's not working, and I'm mumbling. And I just remember playing the video game and be like, I can't even understand what Spike is saying. Like speak up. That took me out. I was like, man, I suck at that, you know? So it reminded me of it, because I've done video games, and I just reminded, go back to your stage stuff when you do video games. Like over enunciate, be very clear, be very expressive, put it in the voice. And it was a learning experience. But yeah, I was just kind of like, hey, Buffy, you're doing really good, right?
All right, thank you. Next question.
Yeah.
Who were your favorite people kind of
I mean, like on our show specifically or our career? Well, we didn't work together enough.
No.
I mean, in the early years, I really enjoyed working with Nicholas Brendan at that time. I think he has more talent. I mean, he's as talented as anybody I've ever known. And he just sometimes gets in his own way there. So, much to my sadness. But he was, a lot of fun to watch and to play off of. I'm not in touch with him. But I am in touch with a lot of people. I'm in touch with Sarah, I'm in touch with Emma. We do cons together a lot, so we get to be, I don't do cons with Sarah, but like Emma and you and,
Man,
think
where
of
were you
everybody
for
right
Seth
now.
Green's party, by the
So,
way?
I was working.
Okay, yeah.
I was working. I got the invitation. Seth, I love.
Yeah, he had a birthday party. This is so
Very
good.
strong. I mean, we do. This is an extreme situation. You know what I mean? That we do keep in touch, and we are very. I mean, we're a dysfunctional family.
It's a good family, though. It's family better than my own.
My family's fucking great. So I can't say that.
I would say I got the most out of working with Tony Head. Like I said before, I realized I had to relearn acting when I came down, and had to completely change how I was working, and I just studied Tony Head. Because when I did my first scene with Tony, he was just like mumbling. He's like, oh, nice, but and I was just like, dude, wake up! I'm gonna mop the floor with you in this scene, bro. And then I saw the scene, and I had no interest in watching Spike. It looked fake compared to him, because he was real. He wasn't lying. And I would just come to the set and sit on a box and watch him work. Even if I wasn't working that day, I would just go study what he was doing, and most of all, what he was not doing. And I think that he was the best actor on the set. And I think that if it hadn't been for him, I don't know that I would have learned very well how to make that crossover. So yeah, Tony. And he's also a
You
great guy.
are literally one of the most watchable people I've ever seen.
Yeah, but no, it's like the very beginning, like I was getting away with overacting in season 2, especially the beginning of
I
season
mean,
2.
I've not analyzed your.
Oh, I have.
I will, but I honestly believe like you have those zingers, those lines, everything that you delivered was like when you were on screen. It was impossible to not what did he just say? And the way you say things, the way you interpret what was given to you, all of it was. I know. Don't beat yourself up. I'm just saying, you're literally one of the most watchable people I've ever seen on television.
I just think, okay.
And I'm not
I was playing a vampire, so I was getting away with being a little too much. I just think that, like, what that writing
You're
calls
not
for.
analyzing it like that.
I
Like,
know.
you're being about it.
Never
Which is,
good enough.
It's fair,
Yeah,
because
I
we're
know.
actors and that's what we do, but like, I've never
The
watched the show.
style, though,
I'm gonna
it
go back
calls
I'm gonna take notes.
It wants it to be undersold. It wants the writing on Buffy. It wants a very natural, like undersold delivery. It's just like say the line.
I didn't get that
don't-
memo.
Boom. I just remember thinking at first I thought like I'm rocking it, and then episode after episode I was like I'm rocking it, but I don't really believe it. Like, and then I watched you and the other regulars, and I'm like I believe that. Like that is selling the fantasy. And when I watch myself, I'm like, oh man.
I mean, it was like literally my first job.
You want to feel real quick?
Okay, we're neurotic. That's the answer to it.
Good question. There you go. Next up.
Spike and Cordelia are both characters who have like a lot of style to them. So my question is, what are each of your favorite and least favorite outfits you remember wearing from either of
My favorite? I could really easy. My favorite was a black coat, black jeans, and then the black T-shirt. At one point, I asked them, I said, "What is this, Gilligan's Island?" They're like, "It works. What do you want?" You know? Yeah. So.
I had so many fabulous outfits. I mean, I have no idea how to even answer that. I really like the Catholic schoolgirl vibe with the like sweater vest. I would wear that today. I actually now, I mean, you know, like the blue collared shirt with the like maroon vest and a little skirt. I won't wear a skirt now, but then, you know, that was fun. There was also another outfit. I mean, are we really going this? I don't know. The prom dress was special. That was different. Yeah, that's all that's different.
Yeah.
But what a sweet question. What was your favorite outfit that we wore?
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
Got you.
Be decent. You know, sure. It's okay.
Honestly, like, I always loved seeing Spike in flashbacks to like right after he was turned.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Like, and
The muscle tees.
like,
I saw a picture today.
oh yeah, the flashback to New York in the 70s.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
were on a subway, that's how you got the jacket. One of the
Oh,
fans
yeah.
explained this to me.
Yeah.
It's not a muscle, it was just a cut tee.
Yeah.
It was dope.
That was dope. Yeah. I would have did that.
Yeah, you did.
And like, I actually do like prom dress is great.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, dude. Next victim.
So my question is, all you guys have been on sort of it's phenomenal. How did those go back together as a team? And probably not by chemistry, all you guys have always had. On top of that, there is how did those Cordelia to kind of Slater that they lost so much.
Yeah.
But it's still the same. It's fine.
wasn't feeling it at all. I got really neurotic about it, and I was saying to Christopher Golden and Amber, I pulled them aside, and I'm like, I don't understand how it can be world weary, like having this other verse where I've gone and I've slayed and slayed and slayed the baby. Is the baby okay?
Yeah.
Oh. But the audible thing was tough because I wasn't sure how to do or how it was coming across or any of it. But they were like, whatever you're doing is working or whatever. And I didn't love that, but I guess what I realized in doing it is, it's not in every single line. Like when we meet Cordelia initially, we find her to be a certain kind of way, which is super shallow and like one note, right? But we do learn that there is more there. It's hinted on, like in, season 1, episode 10, for instance, whatever it was, where she says, I can be surrounded by people and feel completely alone. Like that's the first time that you hear about her even being self-reflective at all. And I think what I learned by doing the audible thing was we don't have to feel the world weariness in every single line, which is kind of what I was trying to accomplish. And it wasn't really working. But what was really fun too is, and I think I've said this to you before, is I thought we were flirting in the hospital.
Oh, we were flirting.
I feel like we were flirting. Like, there's going to be a season 2, and are we hooking up? Like, I feel like we're going. Did anybody else listen? And did you get that vibe? Yeah?
A little bit.
Yeah. It surprised me.
We're like slayers, though.
We're just mad. We're just like mad women. Yeah, so for you?
I had a cold, like I came for the first day and I was like, okay, we're screwed. Because like they got the whole cast together to perform as a group. So
Yeah.
they wanted that dynamic.
Great.
And they could have just had us all in isolation, but they wanted all of us reading together, so they had this holistic, it's like a band, it's like the Stones basement tapes where they just lay it down as a band, right? And I'm just like, and it was hard to get everybody scheduling wise to get into that window of time. And if we lost that time, I don't know when we would all been able to come back. And I'm sick because my son's girlfriend came with a cold in the house. Anyway.
No, we were at 90s con. We were at 90. You caught it at 90.
Let me blame her. She broke up with him.
Yeah.
Let me have that.
I do not want to deny you that.
So I'm like, okay, we're screwed. So what we're gonna do is like I'll wear a mask getting into the building and put me in an ISO booth, and I'll be in the room. I can see everybody through glass, but I need to be away so that I don't get everybody sick. Because if everyone gets sick, things collapse anyway. So I was just kind of removed, watching everyone work, and just watching. Frankly, I didn't see that you were nervous at all.
No, I had the clue. Coming back to 90s con on the.
As commercials, looking at characters, what's one thing you like about the character? Aspects you like?
Cordelia tells the truth. I love that about her. And what was the other one?
What's one you don't like about it?
Oh, well, I've never thought about that. I don't know what that answer would be. I mean, all of us have things about ourselves that we don't like, but I've never thought about what I don't like about Cordelia. Because it was a journey that got her where she needed to be in the end. How can we ever live that bit? And also, I think as an actor, to kind of piggyback on what he was saying before, like he was the biggest advocate of William. I think that no matter how unlikable your character is, you have to find the love of that character. You have to find something lovable about them to portray them. You have to, understand them. And I always used to say, Cordelia's not a bitch, she's just misunderstood. And I said that not because, she didn't have her moments, but it truly was, a product of her, and she wasn't hurting anybody. everybody, but like her words hurt, and words matter, right? But she learned over time. But at home, things were going on in her home that would kind of explain that. And maybe that's an indication for all of us when we feel somebody's being a certain kind of way to us, but then we realize what happened. What happened to this person to make them this way?
Yeah, this is a very good answer. That's exactly it. You know, like it could be good.
You have to be clear on your point of view.
Yeah, like I had this audition for this pilot, and it was like Drew Goddard wrote it. Like, it was really good, and like it was a good role and everything. And I hated that guy. And I had to call my agent and be like, I want to kill him. He's such a son of a God. And I got a pass. I'm not the guy. I can't find that thing where I can climb behind his eyes. I'm just repulsed by him so much, you know. So I will say that the big challenge for Spike initially was that he was having a blast slaughtering. And that's just morally not where I was at the time. And luckily I'd come off of doing a Macbeth in Seattle, and I had to get to the understanding of a man whose job it was to slaughter people professionally. He was a soldier and very good at it, and he had come to peace with that. It didn't bother him. And so I was kind of halfway there. You know, so that helped. And then when I got there, it was so fun. Just threw away all morality and just, you know, like, I'm free. You know, like it was liberating in a very scary way. But I absolutely agree with you. It's just antithetical to a good actor's perspective to think of what I don't like about this character. Yeah.
I was a little worried about Cordelia in the beginning being a bit over-sexualized, you know, like always making out in the closets, always like, are we going to do this or what? My dad is going to be home at 10, you know, like, or the different things that would happen with her and Cordelia and Xander. And I did say something at one point to Greenwald. I said, like, what's the deal? Why is she so sex crazy? It feels like she's always like pulling him into the closet. Like, is there something I need to know? Like, what? I don't really love this about my character. I don't like how she's, not so much that I had a moral problem with her doing that. I think that's amazing that she knew what she wanted and she was like, we're doing this. But I wasn't sure how I felt about the character coming across like that. Like, what's the destination here? Where are we going with this? Like, is she just a hoe? Like, what's the deal? And he's like, she gets around. So what's interesting is that never really came to fruition, that explanation that he gave me. And in fact, it ended up being Xander that she did and was like being duplicitous. So, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, next question. Once more, we're going. Yeah.
No. We were terrified. We thought that the show was getting flushed down the toilet. No one was doing musicals. And most of the cast were not singing publicly. They were not used to singing in front of people at all. Tony Head and I were comfortable. I was in a band that I'm still in today. And Tony had done musicals. He had put out his own album. We were cool with singing. The rest of the cast were like, you're putting me in front of millions of people doing something I can't do. And you're going to ruin my career. Please don't do that. And they're like, no, we're doing it. Yeah. So I was okay singing. I just thought the music was terrible. I was wrong, but Joss unfortunately gave us a cassette tape of him singing. As a singer, he's a really great writer. But in his voice, it just sounded cheesy. It was just like, what are we doing, you know? And so we tried to talk them out of it. We whined and complained and kicked up a fuss, and they wouldn't change their mind. And we finally, though we were sure that we were doomed, we decided to try our best anyway and go down swimming. And I've never been more proud of it.
Here. All right, next.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So my question is, a lot of the time, usually when I say involved, you have a serious you really enjoy that a lot?
Oh, yeah.
Was there like a favorite comedy scene, like something that you really performed that you enjoyed getting to do that, getting to be the funny one?
I loved watching you in the alley with David, where you call him like a Care Bear with things or something. David's on Angel, and I think that was the first time because I had gone off, and I think I may have seen it at lunch, or maybe I was watching dailies. I don't know what the circumstances were that I was seeing because I've never seen the show. But I was like, oh my God, he's so fun to watch. I loved that, and you would often ask like, what character would you most, if you weren't Cordelia? I mean, I always want to be Cordelia because I love everything that she got to do. But if I had to choose, I just feel like it
Battery's going
would be the
dead.
closest and most fun. Like I feel like Cordelia and Sig are kind of the same, only
Film until it shuts off.
a lot of people and have long hair. But you know, essentially we derive from the same place. Yeah.
We function very similarly.
Yeah, I feel like our function,
There was one scene where Buffy and Spike, it's like right after we get together, so to speak. And she's freaking out that she's doing this, and she's trying to get away from him. He's just like, oh, no, it's all right. You know, vampires make you hot. You know, he's torturing her. And I just remember going, it would be much funnier if I was just very matter of fact about this. And I don't try, and it's not like I'm trying to torture her. I'm just staying. You know, it just lands a lot harder if you undersell it. And I remember when I saw the scene, I was like, oh, that works really well. Yeah, that's great.
I think when I said I have to call everyone I've ever met right now, like that, I think that was the pilot even. I wasn't trying to be funny. I really believe in her and what she is saying, like 1,000%. Like this girl just tried to put a stake in my neck. Hold on, I have to call everyone I have ever met, right? Like I was like, this is crazy. You are crazy. And I just felt very committed to that, to, you know, the essence of what was happening and suspended belief. Like, would she do that? Wouldn't she be scared? I don't fucking know, but I definitely had to call everyone. So this crazy person is on set. So I feel like those lines like, that's just propagandists found it out by the ugly and less deserving. You know, like what a line, right? I didn't even think I got it right once when we were shooting because it was such a mouthful, coming down the stairs and having to do this. But there are so many amazing things.
And that's how you do that.
Hey Phantom Rockers, so we're back home. So we hope y'all enjoyed this vlog. It was hella fun.
Funko Pop Television Buffy the Vampire. $40.
Ghosty's
Pre-owned.
Ghosty's looking at Spike's pop figures. We saw a fan that brought a Spike pop figure for him to sign, so we're trying to find one for ourselves. So yeah, this was our first time going to a convention, and we're definitely gonna go to more. There's actually I'll probably show you some in the next video, stuff we got from the convention. So yeah, we are gonna go to more conventions and more awesome stuff, meeting celebs and stuff.
Next one's in October.
Yeah. So there is an awesome convention thing. It's with all the horror characters, celebrities, actors. We're gonna go to that. It's the same place, so I can't wait. We also want to try to go to, like, see about that, you still want to do that?
What?
See about that, scary acting job?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he wants to still do that. we were talking about it. We probably
Thank you.
we'll probably move to California in the future. For Ghosty, for his job, because he wants a job. What he wants to do is be an actor. So we're gonna try to look for some casting calls for some cool roles and stuff. So anyways, see y'all in the next video. And we had a hella toot. Uh-oh. We had a hella fun time tonight, so we got to meet James that played Spike. We met Cordelia. So yeah, that was pretty awesome. Luna's talking. Hi. So yeah, that'd be in the future. We'll probably move to California. Before we move to California, we're gonna stay here a long time
Oh,
until we're ready to move.
y'all remember that? Y'all remember that box set of charms from the Valentine's Day video? Yeah, somebody had that and had it signed.
Yeah. We saw that. I was like, oh, I didn't think of that.
I was like, is that look familiar to you, Stevie?
Yeah, I just bought you that.
Oh yeah, somebody had Shannon Doherty to sign that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, we plan on staying here for a while and then going to LA to find some roles. Do some. Hey, what? Do casting calls and do auditions and stuff and see what happens there. That's what Ghosty wants to do if he has to. If he wants to get a job, he wants to be an actor. Cause he's already an actor and have so much talent.
Yeah, we got 2 posters free because I told them that I'm an actor.
Yeah. When you say you're an actor, you get like perks. Get free things and stuff. We'll show you all that next video.
Actually,
What? Maybe. That's next video.
oh, I thought I was over here.
Let's put it away.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. Lena, say bye. Say bye-bye.